Thanks for listening to Middle Aged and Mediocre. I'm Cash.
I'm Joel.
And we are a podcast about all things strange and unusual, death and UFOs, and other creepy,
cults,
weird, random
ghosts.
There you go.
Yeah. Not just naming things in the room.
Oh my god.
There's a cult of ghosts.
Big boss vet.
Yeah.
Pull up in a vet.
Skirt.
Flooded out my wrist with some ice around my neck.
Water.
Shitting on my ex.
Fuck him.
On to the next.
On God.
He knew this pussy good because he always come back. I like diamonds, shining. Fly me to an island. If I say I want it, then you know he gonna buy it.
Money.
Foreign, private, designer, stylist. I'll throw a tantrum now, bitch'll get childish. Go dumb on the dick. Know he loving the moves.
On God.
If I'm fucking with him, he ain't fucking with you.
At all.
Make him blow a bag. Spend it all on shoes.
Yeah.
Cause all the pretty girls walk like this. This.
Welcome to Middle Aged or Mediocre.
This.
I'm Cash. That's Joel. Walking like a pretty girl, because that's
Yeah.
how they walk. They walk like that.
Every day.
Every day.
Big boss vet.
Joel just wakes up, bounces out of bed, and starts walking like a pretty girl. That song will get you through your mornings, I think.
Yeah. Put a little pep in your step.
If you're feeling down, you
Yeah.
just put that song on, and
You can't be too down.
I'm like a boss.
Pretty girls walk like this.
You want to go on the dick hard or whatever it says. Whatever it
It's
says.
dumb, okay?
Oh, you dumb with the
You
dick.
go dumb on the dick.
I gotcha.
Get it right.
I'm not very practiced.
This is your first day being a pretty girl.
My first day.
You're gonna learn. It feels good.
Can't wait to go dumb on the dick. I went dumb on a lot of things, so might as well try that one.
Yeah.
We are Middle-Aged or Mediocre.
Yep.
I'm Cash. That's Joel. We're back with a new episode. Thanks for checking us out. If this is your first time, we're sorry. If it's not, you know what you were in for.
Yeah. You knew we could harmonize. That's been well
that what that
documented. Oh yeah. We were flowing.
We were flowing.
I played that for you before we started. We just started looking at the lyrics because that really is my new jam.
I like it. I dig it.
Go listen to the real song too. After this.
After this.
After this.
Wait till I got to mention this at the top of the show here. Somebody called me a moonface.
You cunt?
They told me that. They said, "Fuck off, cunt." So I don't get a lot of random Twitter.
I think it means you're getting somewhere.
It doesn't. Now that you can see the what do they call it? Like you can see how many people have seen your tweets or whatever.
Yeah. That kind of hurts because you're like, wow, 25 people saw it. We're like, I'm not gonna like that.
Oh, 25. That's 18.
Oh.
So like the reply that I got to my original tweet. Let me see. The original tweet got.
Go ahead and read the original tweet.
So it made 271 impressions, which is more than what the reply got. The original tweet was, loved Jake Roberts as a kid, opened for him on a comedy show a few years ago, and watched him call a kid with a traumatic brain injury a fucking R-word.
Yep.
Because the kid's cell phone rang and he was having trouble turning it off. Jake met him before the show and he knew his story. Fuck Jake Roberts. So that was the tweet.
Yeah. I was at that show.
You were there.
I was there. I saw it.
And
we both opened up for Jake Roberts.
It came on the tails of, I was watching SmackDown last night. They showed a commercial for the A&E where they're going to do like the documentaries on various wrestlers.
Yeah.
They did one for Jake, and I was just like, all right, love Jake Roberts as a kid, open for him on a it was just a very casual tweet, just basically because I used
You didn't hashtag Jake Roberts. You didn't hashtag WWE. You didn't
do anything like that. Again, I don't have like real. There's people that follow me, but they don't give a shit about what I do.
Sure.
Really, the only people I interact with on Twitter are you.
Oh, thank you.
And Nikki.
Yep.
Like people that know me in real life are who I interact with on Twitter, which is very weird. For
Twitter's kind of like where I go to hide a little bit. Like I can tweet here and no one's gonna see it. But like 4 people.
Like Twitter has not rotted my brain the way it has. Clearly, a lot of other people.
Yeah.
I don't.
You've never called someone a moonface.
I've never searched for something on Twitter to be mad about.
Yeah.
But so I wake up this morning to reply from a video game character, I think.
Wreck-It Ralph?
The avatar, of course, isn't a real person because none of these people that reply like this ever have real pictures. This is from the Pride of Lost. This is all Fallout bullshit, by the way, I've gathered. Is this person's whole profile. Is that video game Fallout?
Yeah.
They apparently like it a lot.
Good for them.
But he replied, or they replied, I don't know what the
Sure.
what the fuck this person is.
Don't get it matter. What's their at, though? Can we go ahead and get that?
I don't want to, I mean.
Okay, go ahead. No, I'm the bad guy. Go ahead.
They replied, don't care, didn't happen, no clout for you. Cope, seethe, mauled. Your beard is compensation for your weak chin and moon face. Fuck off, cunt. I see that this morning. I literally laughed like really hard at Moonface.
It's all just so funny.
And I replied with Moonface and then about 600 laugh emojis. What a weird fucking thing to say while you're having a little troll meltdown. Made me laugh though, so thanks.
Yeah.
Also, totally did happen. Didn't ask you to care. Not everything everyone posts is quote unquote for clout. Fuck clout. Fuck you. Kissy emoji.
That was nice at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to know. Thanks for cheering me up this morning, right off the bat. I do want to go back and I should have, if I would have had space in the original reply, I would have probably added this. But I've literally never heard or seen the word mauled. So thanks, person. You increased my vocabulary.
Have you looked it up? Like, what's it mean?
No, I assume it's the same as cope and seethe. He just
what is that?
He just had.
What's he want you to cope with that you didn't get clout?
They just had a.
He wants you to cope, but he also wants you to seethe, which is like be angry.
Oh yeah.
So how are you gonna like?
So deal with it, but also be angry. Yeah, check out, see what mauled means.
MAULDE.
MALD.
MALDE.
Oh, please tell me the pretentious asshole misspelled it.
Let's see. It's when a situation is making you mad and bald at the same time.
Oh, is that what you meant?
That's Urban Dictionary. Wait, that's Urban Dictionary. I didn't mean to get urban on you.
Extremely angry, especially as a result of losing a video game.
What?
So he would know that then. Yeah, like this person would know what that word
So
was.
he learned like a little term from his video games, and he's just started. This isn't a video game though.
Yeah, and I'm not extremely angry. Like I just.
How can you cope and seethe?
Yeah, good point, Pride of Lost Hills. How am I supposed to do this? You need to be more clear in your directions.
Well, if you know Cash and you're friends with them on Twitter, go find the tweet and
I mean, I just think it's funny that like
invite him to the show. I think you should send him a link to the show to this episode.
Oh, I'd love to.
And maybe we'll like become friends with this guy. Maybe it's just all. He sounds like a real prick.
I'd love to have the Pride of Lost Hills.
He sounds like a real prick though. I feel like if he could have been like, oh really, that happened? That doesn't sound like Jay. Something like that.
Or
he just met.
I think he could have just not cared.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a pretty.
That would have been the best.
Because I didn't add him either. Like I didn't like at the Pride of Lost Hills.
You were like, hey everyone, what do you think of this story?
Hey, Pride of Lost Hills. There's a Jake Roberts story for you. Who's apparently your hero? I don't know.
And how, man?
Is Jake Roberts?
I like Jake Roberts. That's why I got us on the show.
Yeah.
And like beforehand, I asked for a picture, and he wanted to charge me. And then the owner of the bar was like, no, Jake, this is a comedian. And he was like, you still have to pay for a picture. Yeah, and I was like, oh, it's all right. Don't worry about it. And the owner was like, no, man, get a picture. And like,
Jake's still
he wasn't happy about the picture at all.
He's still just a carny pro wrestler. I mean, I've been on a couple wrestling shows with him as well, and those shows he sat in the back and drank a gallon of vodka.
Hell yeah!
I mean, when he still had his issues. When he did this comedy show, he was supposedly clean. This is like after the DDP thing. This is after that documentary came out on Jake where they were talking about like his like battle against addiction. And props to Jake, man. Like you got through it, dude. Congrats. You're still an asshole and a piece of shit though, because you knew
all of his stories were like him pretty much angry.
All of his stories were basically about how they sexually assaulted someone.
Yeah,
in the 80s in WWF.
You talk, it was such a weird show.
Yeah. Nothing was funny, like. But I didn't.
All you tweeted was that. You could have tweeted so much more about it.
Again, I just made a random tweet, like basically because I don't know the password to my Zanga journal anymore, so I don't know how to get back to that.
Know what that is.
That's a thing when you were an emo kid in the early 2000s. You had a Zanga journal, spelled with an X, XANGA.
Oh,
yeah. I just don't know how to use that
It
anymore.
got so much more credible once I learned that it started with an X. At first, I was like, okay.
Okay.
All right. I bet it was.
How would you have spelled Zanga before?
I don't know.
Z?
Yeah, sure. I thought you said Jenga, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now Twitter is basically just like my journal. Like I just
yeah.
But I do want to put it out there, like this Pride of Lost Hills. We shouldn't be too harsh because the credentials this person has pretty serious.
Oh, okay.
They're the founding member of the hashtag 148 Gang Gang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hashtag what?
148 Gang Gang.
All right. Well, they just got some rivals in the Good Boys Extraordinaire.
That's right.
The GBX over here looking at y'all.
Hashtag GBX versus hashtag 148 Gang Gang.
Gang Gang. We're the GBXX.
That's all. That seems to be Fallout nerdom.
Oh, all right.
Nerd bullshit.
I've never played Fallout.
And
it's cool if you like video. I play lots of other video games, just not Fallout.
So
I'm not shitting on video games.
They also don't encompass my life, and I don't build a personality around them.
Like my PlayStation profile was Joel from Last of Us for a while, but you have to pick something from their library.
Yeah.
I'm not putting my own picture on there. But now it's like a skeleton fellow.
The Pride of Lost Hills is also the former producer of Heel Turn.
Oh, what happened there?
And Hate Lab.
I bet he left. I bet he had misunderstandings.
He was mauled.
Yeah.
He was very mauled about it.
Seethe, motherfucker!
He's a Fed poster extraordinaire.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means either. But
extraordinaire with an X, or does it start with an E? Oh, fuck off!
He's a nerd.
What a fucking nerd!
Also, pretend race car enjoyer.
So he pretends to enjoy it, or he pretends...
Or he enjoys pretend race cars, I think.
Like the beds that you sleep in
I don't know.
aren't really race cars?
I
think that's what it means. He has a race car bed.
That's awesome.
It makes sense.
I wish I did.
He was sitting in his race car bed typing your reply out.
That's pretty cool, actually.
How could you be that mad in the race car bed, though?
How? I couldn't.
I couldn't. I'm like, vroom! I'm a race car driver!
Every time I was in it, just vroom, vroom, vroom.
I got the skirt! I got the skirt.
And then, last but not least, virtual long driver.
What?
Virtual long driver.
Virtual long driver.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Like golf?
I have no idea.
Is that always...
So,
how's his short game?
In review.
How's his putting game? Like, how are you out of the sand? Like, long driving, is that all you do? Like, go to, like, a virtual driving range and virtually hit balls?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll say that's what it is.
Okay.
I have no idea.
He gets up out of his race car bed and puts on a little headset, and he's like, I'm going to just drive long balls.
Could be like a... don't they call, is it long driver, like, a trucking term?
Oh,
too?
yeah. Oh, okay.
So he does that, like, online?
Oh, he's got the little setup with, like, the steering wheel and, like...
Yeah,
like
maybe.
The screen that goes around them where it looks like you're looking through the windshield.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
From his race bed. He sits on the edge of his race bed and does it. Does it say anything about going dumb on the dick? He can save it. He can still save it.
No.
Oh.
So let's just review. Founding member of the hashtag 148 Gang Gang.
Gang Gang.
Former producer of Heel Turn and Hate Lab. Fed poster extraordinaire. Pretend race car enjoyer and virtual long driver.
All this from a fucking stupid reply tweet. Just say less, person.
That is a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's a lot of things to do.
My Twitter bio is literally middle-aged and mediocre. That's what it says.
What does mine say? Mine is Cosmic Cowboy, bearded death, former pro wrestler, boob genius. And I've watched over 100 movies.
Oh, okay.
That's mine.
Pretty serious.
Mine's straight to the point.
You do. That is awfully clout chasing right there.
I'm trying to chase clout, man.
Wake up, chase clout, go to bed.
It's all I want in life. Yeah. From my 428 followers, who I'm assuming.
Wow, are you a millionaire?
I'm assuming 400 of those are bots. I don't. What kind of followers does this person have? 110 followers.
Oh, all bots. Does he get likes on any of his tweets? Can you look at it? Is he locked down?
Well, let's see what his likes are.
Oh,
I'm not gonna get this in.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
They seem like a decent person.
Yeah.
Just for some reason, got very angry about my random Jake Roberts tweet.
They went on Twitter, searched Jake Roberts.
They had to.
Came across your tweet and was like, nope.
No, I'm not gonna let this stand.
This boob genius here.
Not today.
I'm taking him down mini pegs.
Yep.
Mini pegs.
Yeah, I'm gonna call him Moonface.
Oh, he's like, what can I say that could just, man?
That's just going to shoot straight to his heart.
Yeah,
and,
why, dude?
If they would ever hear this, if there's an off chance they would ever hear this, what they would then say is, well, it must have got to you because you just spent 20 minutes talking about it.
We just spent 20 minutes?
But you know why? Because it's funny.
Yeah, I want you to send them this.
Yeah,
I think you should after we record it.
Trust me.
Hi, fella.
In no way did
I'm at the Joel MG, I think.
Did what this person
I don't even
say
know what my Twitter is anymore.
Sting me at all.
Yeah.
Twitter's not real. This again just shows you that people are way too comfortable saying things to other people when they don't fear like any kind of physical retribution. This has been proven to me because I spent 18 years in professional wrestling and had fans saying the worst things imaginable to me because they had the understanding that it was that I had to be a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
And they had some protection there.
Yeah.
Which, unless you want to kind of like get yourself labeled as like a troublemaker so shows won't book you because you're fighting fans, you do pretty much just have to be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
And let it slide. But still, like, you put those people in the same situation where, like, they're just them and you out in the field. They're not saying those things to you because there's no protection.
Yeah.
There's no...
He doesn't even use his real picture either.
So none of this is... Yeah, you're not
it's
a real...
It's funny to us.
It's just hilarious.
Yeah, when I got here, you, like, showed it to me. And
I love the random... nonsensical hate.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. But yeah, so that's cool, dude.
So keep doing your thing, We don't hate you.
Enjoy your gang.
Yeah. gang.
Hashtag,
we said hi.
Hashtag 148 gang.
We really are good boys extraordinaire, so I mean,
If you guys
don't step to us.
If you guys want to collab.
Yeah. we collab, yeah. Just don't step to us.
We'll collab.
Do not step to us.
Hopefully we'll get some clout from it.
Oh, man. I'm only doing it for clout. I don't get out of bed unless there's clout involved.
Yeah, and like, what is Twitter clout? Because can I make money from that?
I don't know.
If I can profit from getting Twitter clout, then sure, let's start chasing some clout.
I mean, I think like you have to hashtag Jake Roberts, Adam.
And then what's that going to do though?
I know, it's just like
getting a bunch of people replying and being mad, and my tweet getting attention doesn't make me money.
Made like a little observation.
How can I make money from it? Is what my question is. Is that
you didn't even make money the night that we did the call? I don't think we did. I
doubt it. I don't know.
I might have made $20-$30. I don't remember.
But yeah, so I just always enjoy the ridiculous replies.
That was fun.
I would never just search for something and just be like, I'm now mad enough to reply.
I'm going to change your mind about something you said happened.
So thank you. Like I always say, I always want people to go leave us like...
And you did kissy face them.
I did. Because I'll make out with that person.
Hell yeah.
I'll kiss them right on the mouth. I don't care.
You hear that? What was he? The King of the Hill?
King of the Hill?
I was watching some of that earlier.
What was he? King of the... Pride of Lost Hills.
Pride of Lost Hills.
Which I'm assuming is Fallout thing. But I'll kiss them. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I don't care.
I'll watch. Let's do this. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Joel jerk off in the corner.
Now they're not gonna do it. Or they really will. It's gonna. Yeah. That draws a line in the sand right there.
All right. That's enough about the old Pride of Lost Hills.
All right. We got a story.
But I have always said, like, I want people to go leave us, like, ratings and reviews on Apple, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm literally totally cool with it.
We'll send this to him, and he might leave a review.
Like, let me check that real quick, see if there's a new one by any... Like, I would love a very negative... I think it would be hilarious.
Yeah. Let us know. I always say, like, it takes communication.
No, it's got the same ones. And they're all very nice. The reviews we've got so far have been very nice.
Good.
We've got one-star rating.
Oh.
So I would have loved for that person to let the review.
Yeah.
Like, it was such a waste of time to
I get it, but, like, are they taking this too seriously? Is this like the guy that knew that we didn't really meet Mothman? I feel like that guy would have like 1 star. He's like, well, interview with the Mothman. This can't be real. 1 star.
Like the worst thing they could have done is left us a 1-star rating and then they didn't review. So they got us good.
Cowards.
Because now we have nothing from it.
Just a hole in our hearts.
Yeah.
And a burning in our guts.
And a burning somewhere. But any hoozle.
Any hoozle.
Like, what else?
What else? Oh, comedy. I got comedy tonight. We talked about before, so that's tonight with Rob Ward.
Yep.
And then
that is where?
At the Lost Anchor in Vienna. So by the time you hear this, you won't be able to make it.
But
go
pay
there.
attention to see if there's more shows coming to Lost Anchor.
Yeah, watch for that kind of stuff.
And I think it's like a restaurant bar.
Yeah, it's the one there in Vienna where you have to drive down over the railroad tracks.
Yeah, back behind the West Virginia store.
Yeah,
or whatever that place is.
But the first show looked really cool. So this one, the guy Rob Ward, he's open for Kevin Hart and won some contest at the Apollo.
Yeah.
So he sounds really legit. And I get the.
Then what do you got coming up after that?
March 16th back at Gators in Marietta, and then March 25th at the Smoot Theater in Parkersburg with Kevin Farley hosting.
Cool.
So.
And
then March 5th at Wiley's, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
In Dayton.
Yeah, in
Okay.
Dayton. The comedy club.
Wiley's is a cool club.
Yeah, I love that
I
place.
took Nikki there once because she needed to get there and it was like tons of snow.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, let's go. I don't care if I live or die.
Oh, we're going. She's going too. It's we're going Sunday, March 5th.
And then everything froze. Like when we left.
That sounds like Ohio.
Jesus Christ. Like we had to stop to get gas and like you couldn't even pull the, like I had to like break ice to pull the pump off.
Oh, shit.
And like the windshield wiper fluid was completely frozen, like just a solid block. So like there was all this shit on my windshield, and I couldn't do anything about it. It was a rough time getting back. Fuck Dayton, just for that. But
one of my trips to Wiley's sounded a lot like that. We're just ice everywhere. That's
And it happened in
but hopefully
10 minutes.
This is March, so hopefully we'll be okay.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be good. But yeah, we'll post Joel's upcoming comedy shows on our Facebook. So if you're not following us there, go do that. It's just at Middle-Aged Mediocre on Facebook, and you can follow us on Twitter at Mid-Aged Mediocre, I think. You'll
follow
find
me
us
around town. I drive a blue Kia Forte.
Yeah,
just follow
Joel everywhere he goes.
Tell me I'm a good boy.
But we're also on TikTok, Instagram, all the places. So do all of that. But yeah, let's go ahead and while we're promoting things, let's take an ad break, and then we'll be back. We got a pretty good story this week. Any story about murder is sad. This one is sad in many, many ways.
Does it start from like a Twitter argument? Wouldn't that be fucking ironic? No. It was like a man made a Twitter post and another man replied, and that man did a podcast about it, and then the other man came and killed them both. Here's the story. We'll be right back.
It does involve social media posting.
Okay, cool.
So
cool,
that part is in there.
Cool.
But yeah, it's got twists and it's got some turns.
Oh man, you can't have twists without turns.
Yeah, you gotta have. This has both.
Yeah.
So we'll be back.
It's like eating dry cereal.
With the story of the murder of Natalie Bollinger.
Okay.
Okay, hey, welcome back to Middle-Aged Mediocre.
Pretty girls walk like this. This. All right.
So,
I just wanted to hype us up before we get started.
Get us back into the mood.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going back to 2017, Thursday, December 28th in Broomfield, Colorado.
Not that long ago.
Christmas has passed.
Yeah.
You know, we're looking forward to the new year.
It's not 2017 no more.
It's not.
Nope.
Around 3:30 p.m., a call comes into the Broomfield police. A man named Joseph Marino reports that his 19-year-old girlfriend, Natalie Bollinger, is missing.
That's the name that you said before we went to ad break.
That's called the setup, baby.
All right. She gets murdered.
She does get murdered. Okay. Yes. Now
everybody turns the episode off. Well, that's it. She gets murdered. Thanks, dummy. Go ahead.
So he calls to let the police know that she is missing. He believes that she left their home around noon. He tells the dispatcher that she left her phone and code behind. He has no way of contacting her, and he has no idea where she might be, and he's pretty worried about her. So oftentimes, missing persons reports don't really raise a lot of alarms. Yeah. There's not a lot of immediacy.
All the movies and TV shows is like, well, they have to be missing for so long, and they just ran away.
Well, especially in this case,
19.
It's an adult.
Yeah.
She's only been missing for about 3.5 hours. It would be very easy for the cops to just be like, hey, just give it a little, like maybe she's just doing something.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to calm down quick.
Yeah, with the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Too.
But she had just been granted a permanent restraining order 6 days earlier against a man whom she claimed had been stalking her. So with that in mind, the police jumped right on this.
Okay.
Joseph also told the police that his 9mm Glock pistol had gone missing.
This guy fucking killed her.
He told them that later, though, because he originally withheld the information because he didn't want her to get into trouble for possibly carrying a weapon.
Oh.
So he would kind of tell them that.
Yeah.
Like, he would still call them kind of right back almost.
Uh-huh.
Or, like, once they came to the house, but he didn't divulge that at first. So the Broomfield PD get to work right away. They issue a bolo, be on the lookout.
Okay.
To the public. The police ask the public to be on the lookout for a girl matching Natalie's description.
I felt like they had to all put on bolo ties.
Put on your best bolo tie.
Yeah, because that's like true Texas detective.
That's right.
It's Colorado, but I didn't know. I don't understand all police work. Okay.
Well, you're a former.
Yeah, I've been involved in the system, but
that's right. You've been there.
Yeah.
You've been on the inside.
I saw no bolo ties.
You were a changed man.
They're like, be on the lookout for stupid, stoned motherfuckers.
And you were like, what? Yo, right here.
King of the stupid stone motherfuckers.
Found one.
Who's got two thumbs and a stupid stone motherfucker?
This guy.
This guy right here.
Dude, my thumbs are like
thumbs.
Big toes, man.
Thumbs. Man, your thumbs are big toes. Holy shit.
Yeah, they are.
How do you play video games with those things?
Fucking mash those buttons.
Some remotes hard to do for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most.
Yeah. Like, my girlfriend has this remote with like a real small button in the middle, and like I have to be real like boop.
Like a video game remote?
No, it's a Roku one,
okay.
which are small to begin with.
Oh, those are tiny as shit.
And it's like the smallest inner button I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
And like I press it like half the time it just presses down.
Yeah.
Instead of so I gotta be like, eh.
Oh no, my big ass hands
she likes
have
the
issues
YouTube
with a
videos
lot
I
of.
pick out, so I'm usually
in control.
scrolling. Yeah. Not in control.
It's a controller.
Yeah. But yeah, just looking at your big old thumbs made me think of that.
Well, now I'm self-conscious about my thumbs.
Oh, they're awesome though.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
I mean, they're my thumbs. I can't.
They are. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna
Forget
do?
about it. You forget about it. But every time you look at them, you're like, God damn, those are big toes.
You guys are calling you Joshy Thumbs.
Yeah.
That's what your Twitter.
Thumbs McGee, I think.
Thumbs McGee.
I like that. Yeah.
So the description they put out there is that Natalie is about 4'11" in height. She weighs about 100 pounds. She's got maroon colored hair with facial piercings and a sunflower tattoo on her left arm. So the search begins with friends and family joining the police to sweep the area looking for Natalie. The following day, 30 minutes away in Thornton, Colorado, a dairy farm worker stumbles upon a dead body on a
30 miles away?
about 30 minutes away. Yeah, about 30 miles.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I had the right.
The body is found on a dirt road across from the woods. Around 3:15 p.m., the Adams County PD was notified by the worker of what he had found. The worker told the dispatcher that he had zero doubts that the person was dead and that it had been haphazardly covered up by leaves.
And you're right there by the woods.
Yeah. So when the Adams County...
fuck whoever did this and left the body. It's just crazy that they...
Just kind of leave it.
Yeah.
And just kick some leaves on it.
Yeah.
When the Adams County PD arrived, they discovered a single gunshot wound to the head of the deceased body. While there was no identification found on the body, the Adams County PD immediately notified the Broomfield PD, and using Facebook photos for comparison, the body was deemed to be that of Natalie Bollinger. So Natalie was born on February 24th, 1998 in Westminster, Colorado, to Rose and Ted. She had a twin sister and graduated from Pathways High School in 2017. And she had been accepted and had enrolled into college.
Fuck, dude, you're so 19.
19 years old. She was determined to become a registered nurse. She was a gifted artist who had been drawing since she could first grasp a crayon, according to her obituary. She loved animals and nature. She treated everyone and everything with respect and dignity, no matter their circumstance. She also had a lot of skeletons in her closet. She had struggled with addiction, and she'd posted about her experiences with self-harm. She'd been in multiple car accidents, with one in particular allegedly having been a suicide attempt.
Oh.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, Natalie was a human being.
Yeah, sure.
She had a lot of, good side of her. She had her struggles.
Shit ain't easy.
Yeah.
Shit ain't easy at all.
So, upon their immediate arrival, the detectives and forensics teams considered suicide as the cause of death. but that was quickly dashed when no firearm was discovered, along with the fact that it was pretty unlikely that she had covered herself in leaves before taking her own life.
And 30 miles away from where she lives. So she just walked 30 miles?
She just walked,
That would fucking...
so they...
it's just the dumbest shit.
They determined that this
If I walked 30 miles, I'd feel fucking good. I'd be like, oh, goddamn.
You would get that, that walker, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd probably... no, let's not say that, but... You know, it would probably help
It's just obviously not... I think it would look pretty obviously not a suicide.
So the Broomfield PD and the Adams County PD began a joint investigation into her homicide. The Adams County Sheriff...
Now is not the time to smoke.
A joint investigation. I get it now.
Okay.
The Adams County Sheriff held a news conference where he stated that there was a 26-hour time period.
They said, man.
That they are looking to gain information about.
Yeah.
He asked the public to come forward with any information concerning this time period, basically from the time she went missing, from the time she was found. Those were the hours they couldn't account for.
I mean, it sounds like she'd be kind of hard to miss. She's little, but she sounded like she would kind of stand out. Facial piercing and stuff. Sundress she had on. She had the tattoo on her arm.
But they asked, if anyone has talked to her, texted her, came into contact with her anyway, if anybody sees any photos that were taken at that time, like on her social media.
Yeah.
Any time between the time she left her house and the time she was found, any info would be is what they're looking for. So at the time, law enforcement officers stated they did not believe that there was any threat to the community, and that while there were no suspects at that time, there were people of interest. So they're not looking at this as there's a killer on the loose. They're just, this was a specific event that took place. So Natalie's boyfriend, Joseph, was definitely a person of interest in the case, but he was quickly cleared by detectives after confirming that he was at work during the time frame when she would have been killed.
All right.
So they were adamant. They were adamant about his innocence, even though Natalie's family had their suspicions that he was involved in her death. Detectives would later say that once they cleared Joseph and told him, "Hey, you're not, you're good." It seemed like the reality of the situation that's when it kind of hit him. Like he broke down in front of them. That's when he kind of realized that Natalie, someone he cared about so much, was really gone.
Yeah.
A much more likely person of interest was a man named Sean Schwartz, who Natalie had reported had been stalking her. Natalie's family and friends pointed detectives in Sean's direction immediately, and he became the prime suspect on social media. It didn't help that he was actively posting on Facebook as well about the situation, and even replying to many of those who were throwing blame his way. Natalie had told her boyfriend, her friends, and her family about Sean and had gotten a restraining order against him. 2 weeks before her death, she posted the following on her Facebook page. This was December 13th, 2017 at 5:24 p.m. She posts, "Hey y'all, I have a public announcement. There's a man, Sean Schwartz. I met this man when I was young. I ran into him about 2 years ago. Long story short, I became friends with him. I helped him out with rides and stuff. I moved to Virginia. He drove across country to see me. Slept behind my work for weeks. When I told him I didn't want to see him anymore, he sent me hundreds of texts and calls. He parked his car in front of my house, blocking Military Highway for hours, laying on his horn, and he was arrested. Since then, I've asked him to leave me alone, and he won't. He sent emails for over close to every day, harassing me, making numerous accounts until I block him again, threatening my family, telling me he'll kill himself in front of me,
Jesus,
and sending my friends and family harassing messages as well. I'm sharing this because he's posting slander about me all over Facebook, so if you receive a message, I am sincerely sorry. Please ignore him. It only encourages him when he gets a response, much like a child. He's mentally ill, and I'm trying to fix this." So that was what she posted 2 weeks
she's trying
before.
to fix this.
Yeah. So along with her post, she included a photo of Sean. He's 42 years old. He's very, very thin and balding, almost like emaciated looking.
Yeah.
Unkempt beard, scraggly, long, thin hair. On September 10th, he posted the following on his Facebook. "Natalie, I wanted only the best for you. Now all I want is for you to go through the hell that I've lived. I want to blow my head off in front of you. So close that you can feel the warm splatter of my blood on your face.
Jesus Christ!
I want you to feel every bit of my pain because you gave it to me and didn't care. You should not have pretended to care."
She shouldn't have been nice.
2
years ago, at 17.
You should have been friends with him.
When she met him when she was 17.
Yeah.
And he was only 39 then.
Yeah, he was 40.
Yeah.
He was 40.
Oh, 40, yeah. I thought
so,
41.
yeah, you shouldn't have been nice to me.
Fuck this guy. I don't know. If I just, at first glance, fuck this guy.
So, according to her friends and family, Natalie was terrified of Sean. The police quickly interviewed Sean at great length and told media, "We have talked to him. We are not ready to call anyone a suspect, but he is certainly a part of our investigation." So Sean himself confirmed that he had been questioned by the police to the Daily Camera, a local newspaper in Boulder, Colorado, but that he had not been arrested and that no charges would be made. In the court of public opinion, however, he was guilty of ending Natalie's life. Sean admitted to having Asperger's syndrome and Tourette's, but his official diagnosis remains unverified. According to Sean, his mental illness was the reason for his behavior, and since he received disability benefits and didn't work, he stated that he had nothing else to do all day but make social media posts and upload videos to his YouTube channel.
Oh, wow.
On Facebook, everyone who knew Natalie is posting that Sean killed her, and Sean continually responded to them, claiming that he had nothing to do with it, and he would tell everyone that they needed to leave him alone and direct their attention towards finding the person who was actually responsible for her death. So, like, he's just on there, like, there's pictures.
Yeah, he could have been all talk.
There's pictures online of, like, various screenshots from Facebook posts where he's just everybody that he's replying to every single person.
He said he has nothing better to do.
There were even media sites.
That's why I don't ever, like, unless I'm, like, commenting, like, hey, good job, or that's awesome, or I don't. I mean, this is way serious shit, but like, that's why I just don't even.
So there were even media sites posting articles titled things like 5 things you need to know about Sean Schwartz. Right now, there's like a pretty similar situation happening in Parkersburg.
Yeah.
With the disappearance of Gretchen Fleming and a man named Preston Pierce being named as the guilty party. The investigation into her disappearance is still ongoing. No criminal charges have been filed as of yet against Preston Pierce, but he is, like, in public opinion, that's the dude that did it.
Yeah.
So, and he may have, I don't know. But it is very similar to where if
you look for it on Facebook, there's people talking about it.
The public gets the suspect in mind, and that's and the police do that too. They're notorious for zeroing in on one person.
Trying to make everything
fit to that. Yeah. So to add further suspicion on Sean, the website Medium reported that Sean had created a secret Facebook profile under a different name and was making posts defending himself and claiming that Natalie's family knew what really happened to her.
I feel like if you make a secret Facebook profile, you need to just be shipped to an island. Like, that's what they should do, the old island. Like, they have it for everybody. Like,
on the old island?
Just like, ship whoever you don't like to Florida or to an island. Like, those are the people that I want shipped out. Like, if you're fucking making fake profiles
just so you can,
for anything.
So, after this account was made public, Sean went back to posting on his real account. But under the fake account, so this is going to be confusing because it's Sean, but he's pretending to be somebody else.
All right.
Talking
just
about
say
Sean.
Just say fake Sean.
So under the fake profile, fake Sean had made posts stating that he would kill people who were blaming real Sean.
Yeah.
And that he hopes all of the people blaming real Sean would die. He also made claims that real Sean was assaulted by people who believed real Sean murdered Natalie, and that when real Sean reported this to police, they ignored real Sean.
Well, all right.
So
real Sean sounds like a real asshole.
So Sean was also uploading multiple videos on his YouTube page where he would go on wild rants about other investigations and human trafficking. He would claim that Natalie was evil and that her family...
That's not a good look.
Yeah. And that her family should all be in prison for some reason. He was checking off every box of the stark raving mad checklist.
Yeah.
Like, he made his list, and he was like, he did that one today.
And he's not trying to hide and, like, shield himself from it. He's just...
He's out there...
He's being bold as fuck. And,
yeah.
Jeez.
With all of his social media activity, Natalie's social media posts about Sean and the restraining order against him, all the evidence was clearly pointed in Sean's direction as the person who took her life. As people do nowadays, the online community went to work to conduct their own investigation into her death. Some noticed that Sean's online activity came to a sudden stop after he made a post on December 28th around 3 a.m. about a missing child. He then went silent online for 19 hours. When he returned, his first post was around 9:50 p.m. on the 28th, and it was about Natalie going missing. So, like a few hours before she goes missing, he makes this YouTube video about missing child. Then nothing until right after she is found. Her body is found. On January 9th, police arrested Sean Schwartz. He was not arrested for murder, though. Sean had been arrested for second-degree assault, obstructing a police officer, and resisting arrest.
Oh.
The Broomfield PD was monitoring all of his online activity as he remained a person of interest to them, and they observed a Facebook post that he made on the 9th stating, "I'm on my way to John's Church in Boulder on the 15th, and on 15th and Spruce. Come out," he missed the word, "come out, me in the ground, you fucking cowards." So I think he meant, "come put me in the ground, you fucking cowards." Broomfield police reached out to the Boulder PD and stated that this was a person of interest in their homicide case. And then, according to an affidavit from the Boulder PD, they found Schwartz at St. John's Episcopal Church, where he told officers that he missed his friend, Natalie, and wanted to talk to her, but could not because she was dead. Officers took him to the Boulder Community Health's Foothills Hospital without incident. Like, he agreed to go with them. But once he was there, officers said he began screaming and yelling at the staff. When he tried to leave the room and refused to listen to staff's instructions, police tried to place him under arrest. According to the affidavit, Schwartz struggled with officers, at one point trying to kick and bite them. Officers were eventually able to get him into custody and transported him to jail. Even with the police officers notifying the judge that Sean was a murder suspect and his bail was raised because of that, he was released on a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. So basically, if he's found to be innocent in the case of her death, that bond will get dropped.
All right.
Upon his release, Sean immediately went back to posting about his innocence and defending himself from online allegations from others. He stated that he had a rock-solid alibi and claimed that he had been staying with a friend who would speak to his innocence and confirmed that he had no involvement in Natalie's murder. Don't know whether that alibi was ever confirmed or not, but the public is now pretty pissed off because, as far as they're concerned, police already they had the guy that murdered Natalie. And
I hope somewhere they're looking at evidence too, and not just like at the crime scene, like tire tracks,
and not just what people are saying.
Yeah. Like, this guy does have a restraining order, and he is like trying to get all this attention. But, like, hopefully there's police that are like, well, let's look at the body and check for fibers and hair.
Or, like, he's at least making himself very much a part of this. Like, whether he's trying to, like, whether he wants the attention or not, I'm not sure. But he is definitely, like, keeping himself involved in it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, people are not happy that, as far as they're concerned, police had him and let him go.
Yeah.
So Sean continued to fight for his innocence and posted upwards of 100 screenshots of conversations between him and Natalie to try and paint a picture of their friendship and to show that he could not be guilty of killing her. The conversations that he posted...
Well, yeah, even that, if he goes through the trouble of making fake Facebook profiles, you could just put Natalie on a phone number. You know, like, how do you know? How do you even know any of this shit from him?
But the kind of the painting he made framed their relationship with Natalie as that of two troubled people who understood one another and were there for each other during their struggles in life. They had a kinship and had formed a bond with one another.
I remember when I was 40, I was like looking at 17-year-old girls.
You get me.
Yeah. I mean, I know we get each other, but you're just too young for me. I'm sorry. But it was just every day there'd be different 17-year-old girls wanting to talk to me about my past. And I'd be like, I can't.
You'd be like,
but, I knew better. I'm a good boy.
Right.
You know this.
So they had met.
Fuck this guy. Okay, go on.
They had met at a park sometime around 2015. And it's likely that their relationship began due to their shared drug addiction.
That sounds a little bit more feasible.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they both had a history.
But she's trying to work on that.
Of using heroin.
Uh-huh.
And I would assume, like I'm just guessing here that by looking at him, that probably some meth.
Yeah. You
but
did say he was pretty thin.
He looks, yeah. But Natalie was eventually able to get sober, but she remained friends with Sean, which is probably when she was helping him, a lot. She was probably trying to. She'd made it through.
Yeah.
So she's probably trying to help him.
Said she was trying to help in that post,
Yeah. So sometime, though, in 2016, the two had a falling out that ended their friendship. Sean claimed in a video that he uploaded to his YouTube page that their falling out was due to him posting personal information online about Natalie, something that she had shared with him privately and that he made public.
Why would you even...
I don't know what it was exactly. Yeah. But whatever it was, it upset her that he would share that.
Yeah.
He also claimed that
it's called boundaries. Fucking dickbag, okay?
Yeah.
Like, respect them.
He also claimed that he had a phone with text messages on it that disproved the claim that he was stalking her. He claimed that in these messages is an invite from her to him to come to Virginia. He stated that they did not have any sort of sexual relationship, that she was just his friend, that he wasn't, looking for that. He said that he decided to go to Virginia after her invitation because she had gotten into a car accident within 24 hours of telling him that she wanted to kill herself. So he's trying to say, like, I wasn't stalking her.
Yeah, he was
I was trying to help her.
Yeah. I'm just an asshole.
And who knows?
Yeah. So
back to the event, like you were saying, like you're hoping that they're at least doing some investigation. So
not just smoking joints and looking at this guy.
They did determine that her time of death was estimated to have been closer to near the time that she was last seen, rather than closer to the time that her body was found.
Okay.
So she probably whenever she was last seen, she didn't make it much longer after that.
Yeah.
According to the coroner's report, Natalie was shot in the left temple at very close range, and a 9mm casing was found near her body. It was also
so maybe shot right there where they
found her.
Yeah.
It was also discovered that Natalie had a potentially lethal dose of heroin in her system.
Oh man.
The needle tracks on her arm was evidence that she'd had a history of heroin abuse prior to getting clean. Heroin apparently goes through your body pretty quick. Doesn't stay in your system very long. So the level that was in her body indicated that it had been...
Sorry, I've never done it, Kurt Cobain.
Well, all right.
Okay.
So apparently
it's
a quick high,
yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah. But that is what they say, like, people, the conspiracy theorists with Kurt Cobain, and they say he did way too much heroin and it would have hit him too fast to be able to even operate a shotgun.
Oh.
But, sorry.
Okay.
We go.
So the level that was in her body indicated that it had been injected into her system roughly around the same time that she'd been shot. On February 8th, 2018, so it was a few months after the death, Adams County PD announced that they had made an arrest in the case and that they were charging this person with Natalie's murder. To everyone's surprise, Sean was not the individual that had been arrested.
The boyfriend.
No, Sean... Oh, you mean...
Yeah, the one that they originally ruled out.
No.
Okay.
They arrested 22-year-old Michael Joseph Lopez.
He's got a middle name.
And they arrested him on suspicion of first-degree murder. He was someone who's not on anyone's radar.
Yeah.
Everyone had been convinced of Sean's guilt. Some still had their suspicions about Joseph, the boyfriend. Michael Lopez came out of nowhere in this investigation. So while law enforcement was looking for information about Natalie's movements during the time frame from when she went missing to the time her body was found, they had requested Natalie's phone records from the phone company. The phone company, this just shows you how stupid of a world we live in.
Yeah.
The phone company had responded by demanding a warrant.
Oh.
Like, I get...
On a girl shot in the head on the side of the road.
I totally get if, like, you're still alive and... you're just walking around the police or something, like, give us Joel Gant's phone records. And the phone company's like, fuck you, why?
Yeah.
Those, it's private. But yeah, this girl's dead. This is a homicide investigation.
Yeah, like they would have gone after crazy guy's phone. I'd be like, well, they don't, they definitely need a warrant for that.
Yeah,
they have a right to.
Yeah.
But yeah, they would need a warrant to do it. But I feel, something like this, they should just,
Yeah, so they say, well, you're going to have to give us a warrant. So the sheriff's department issued the warrant, and in the warrant, he's
like, I got all types of warrants.
What record of theirs do you want?
Yeah.
They stated in the warrant that the phone company had 30 days to provide the records requested in the warrant, or else the PD would take legal action against them. In response, the phone company took every last one of those 30 days.
What the fuck, man?
To hand over the records. So
that's just fucking like.
Yeah.
Despite just
being shitty.
Yeah.
Just
petty.
Being assholes.
Petty. We lost, and now you got to wait there.
Here you go.
And, I'm not.
Because
the cops, make them do their work, but they did. They're like, we want these phone records.
If somebody shot and killed somebody, even though the police said, to the community, hey, we don't think this is a community threat. We think this is like an isolated incident.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're right.
I still think that person needs to be off the street.
And now you're saying, well, hey, take an extra 30 days to let them be out there killing somebody.
Yeah, or getting away. Or,
fucking idiots.
Yeah.
So
was it Sprint?
I don't know. So once the sheriff's department received the phone records, they see a lot of communication back and forth between Natalie and Michael Lopez.
30 fucking days later.
111 texts in total on the day that she went missing.
Wow.
Yeah.
On the day, 111 texts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And before that, Lopez had never texted or called Natalie, and he never called or texted her after her death.
Oh.
So literally the only time the only time they ever communicated was there was 111 texts.
That's a red flag going up.
A little bit of one, right?
I think I've watched enough, like I always say, I've watched enough detective movies, crime movies. I'm like, I'm going to look at this fella.
They did.
Let's finish this joint, and we're going after.
And we're going after this.
Yeah.
So we're pretty much done investigating this joint.
Yeah.
So we have deemed it guilty of rocking.
Yeah.
So on February 8th,
guilty as char or wait, what's it where you burn it a little bit? Charred. Guilty as charred. I said shard like I shat and farted at the same time. But that's good too. Guilty as shard.
That was a little bit of a comedy show.
Guilty as charred.
Good job. You nailed it. So, on February 8th,
come see me live.
Law enforcement officers go to Lopez's place of work, Domino's Pizza.
Oh.
This is not an indictment on Domino's Pizza.
No, I had it last night.
It's usually
on purpose. I didn't just find it. I was like, I guess Domino's. No, we ordered it.
They go and they ask him to come in.
Domino's, because, you've tired of everything else.
You just had Pizza Hut last week.
You're like, I don't want Taco Bell again, McDonald's. Because it's all right by the house, so we were just like, Domino's. Why not?
Look, man, I get it. You don't have to keep trying to convince me. So they get a hold of him, and they ask him to come in for an interview with them. Upon initial contact, when they go and ask him to come in and speak with them, he reportedly stated, I'm sure this has to do with that girl I talked to on Craigslist. So he knows.
Oh, okay.
He knows why they want to talk.
That goes back to the important lesson I've been trying to learn, and just saying less.
Yes.
Because I say so many things, and immediately I'm just like, that was just so fucking stupid. So I've been telling myself, say less, Joel.
I do a lot of, as I'm saying things, my brain's going, stop it. Stop
Why did you start?
What are you doing?
Well, you're like, I gotta stop it. I gotta finish. Okay, I started it. What am I gonna do? Just not finish it, and those words are bouncing around in my brain? So, just say less altogether.
Yeah. So I'm sure that after he said this, I'm sure the detective's eyes were the size of saucers.
Yes, that's exactly what
they had red alerts
going
off in their brains. So he agreed to speak with them, and after completing their interview with him, he was arrested for the murder of Natalie.
He's like, did I get the job? They're like, nah, man, you're arrested.
Oh, fuck. Does that come with a raise?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
you're arrested.
Serving pizza in jail, or what am I doing? So, he's arrested for the murder of Natalie. He's appointed a public defender, and he's held without bond.
Oh.
He had no prior criminal history.
So they arrested one guy, and, that was for assault on the police officer, and he had the $5,000 bond.
Yeah, so he gets...
He's
held without bond.
Yeah.
So at the press conference following Lopez's arrest,
Someone's pissed at Domino's because they got to work a double now.
Yes.
Like, so this guy fucking killed someone, and now I got to work till fucking
suffer.
midnight. All right, good. Oh, I get
Maybe
free
I should fucking kill someone.
I get free pizza out of it. Oh, sweet.
So,
Maybe I'll kill someone, and I won't have to fucking work. Fuck!
You do know there's that situation has happened.
Yeah.
Where somebody's just so mad about it.
They have to work a double shift because someone
They can't
killed
fucking
somebody.
come in and work the shift.
Yeah.
Like, do the cops know that I need
No one else, the cop, there's not like a cop that can come in? I don't know.
They took them. They need to
I know it doesn't make sense. I'm just pissed, all right? I don't want to have to work.
So, at the press conference, following the arrest of Lopez, the sheriff states that to his knowledge, there were no other persons of interest in the case, and that from all evidence that they gathered, they had the lone suspect in the case.
I gotta hear this evidence.
And that Sean Schwartz was not involved in Natalie's murder. So during the interrogation...
Ooh, what if this is the friend that Sean said he was with, though? Bomb. There's twists and turns. You warned me. That would be both.
Well, the big one was, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that was a twist.
So during the interrogation, Lopez tells detectives that he came upon this Craigslist ad in the woman seeking men category in late December.
I like the way you said that.
Well, where he claimed that Natalie had made a post titled, "I want to put a hit on myself." So Lopez sees this ad and responds to it. Upon contact, the two introduced themselves to each other and discussed her post. He presented himself as a person with prior history of hitmanning.
All right.
Of hitman.
Yeah.
Hit something.
He's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will
That's
be.
right.
So being the hitman.
He's like, I'm the one for the job.
Ask about me in the streets.
I'm the excellence of execution.
Yeah. Literally. Ask about me in the streets.
So, but you're not going to get answers because everyone's dead.
Yeah.
According to Lopez, Natalie stated to him that she wanted to be shot while on her knees.
I do two things. I kill people and I make pizzas. What we gonna do?
We go to one of them.
What we gonna do, Ma?
But yeah, he said that she told him that she wants to be shot while on her knees, executed from behind, and that she can supply the gun. He stated that Natalie wanted to be on her knees and shot from behind because she did not want to see the gun. Like, she didn't want to, So after
that would explain just shooting a fuck ton of heroin up and just... Oh, okay.
So after discussing...
That's a turn if that's really what happened.
So after discussing the plan, Lopez stated that he went to Natalie's apartment and picked her up, and the two drove around for a while. According to him, they drove around for a while because he was trying to change her mind. But he said she was determined to die.
Okay.
So, okay.
Okay.
So, she told him that she was having a lot of problems with her boyfriend and that everything was just becoming too much for her and she just wanted her life to be over.
You gotta keep going, though. You gotta keep trying. Shit's gonna get better.
Yeah, even if it doesn't, just keep fucking working towards it.
Fuck it. Don't give in, man.
So since
let
he
it
didn't
get bad, then just let it be bad, and just show that you can fucking put up with the bad.
As I have some of my clients at work, shit's going on and they're like depressed and all that stuff. And as I've told many people I've worked with, reality is life sucks.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Most of life sucks.
Yep.
And I don't just mean the bad things like relationships and stuff. I just mean for the most part, you're not doing things that are you're working.
It's hard. It's work.
It's just mundane bullshit.
Yeah.
Like most of
every
life,
year you got to get fucking registration for your car. It's fucking stupid.
Most of life is just dumb shit constantly.
Yeah.
So you gotta fucking live for those those good moments.
Yep.
And
They're out there.
Those are what you go for.
Yeah.
So you just gotta But I get it. I also I do not promote anybody killing themselves.
Yeah.
But I also 100% understanding being in a place where you're just like, what the fuck is the point?
Yeah, what am I doing?
As Doug Stanhope said in one of his comedy specials, if you sat through half a movie and it sucked the entire time, it's probably not going to get better the other half. So, I get it.
But there could be little moments in the sucking.
That's right. And I'm too goddamn curious.
And maybe if Homegirl could wake up to Pretty Girls Walk Big Boss Vet, that could be a little thing to get someone through a day.
Another thing, I'm also just too, I'll just use this as an example, it's a very dumb example in a very serious story.
Uh-huh.
But, Like, I've literally, like, caught myself being like, man, life's fucking stupid. Like, why is even, like, not in, like, a press, like, I'm gonna kill myself way, but more of, like, the fuck's the point of all this?
Yeah.
So the very next thought being, like, I do want to make sure I go see that new Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
Like,
you're pre-ordering toys. You got Dolly Parton coming. That's going to be a bright spot
just
for
shit
you.
That, like, you always, like, I'm always just like, well, I don't want to miss that, though.
Yeah.
Like, I would hate to not know about, like, the new...
So we put up with the dumb shit.
The new Netflix show coming out, you know.
Quentin Tarantino's working on a Netflix show.
So I don't want to miss that.
Fuck no!
So...
He only has one movie left to make, but I think that's his move now. He done backed himself in the corner. He's only making like 10, 12 movies.
That's what he says.
So he's down to his last one. But now he's like, now I'm doing Netflix, and there's like so many other. Now you can make these movies that are just for streaming shows and stuff, and it's not. He still has his movie that he has to make.
I hope his last movie is like a horror movie. I would love to see Quentin Tarantino make a horror movie. See what he could do with that.
I like it to just be like just a kid's cartoon.
A kid's cartoon.
Yeah,
that'd be good
just
too.
Really
I'd watch
sweet
that.
and touching. What the fuck are we doing? All right, so this guy, he's saying that she wanted to die.
But that he's trying to change her mind.
Yeah.
That he went and picked her up because he wanted to change her mind. Okay. And that's why they're just driving around.
So they have to have the actual text then, too. And without knowing also how many there are. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they have 111 texts. Yeah. So he says that, he didn't see himself changing her mind. And that since he had told her that he was, like, an experienced hitman, they discussed how he would be getting paid. He said that Natalie also couldn't settle on an exact spot where she wanted the murder to take place. And he said that due to this, like, indecision on her part, because she really wasn't sure about, like, how he was going to get paid either, any of this, that he took it as a sign that she didn't actually want to go through with this.
Sure.
So he says he takes her back to her apartment. He takes her back to her apartment, and he drops her off.
Oh!
And the last time he saw her, she was alive. So at this point, the detectives who have evidence of things...
And he has to see that this chick's missing.
Mm-hmm.
And he just doesn't...
Yeah, Okay. So...
He's working a lot of double shifts.
The detectives, they have evidence.
Yeah.
So they hear this story, and they go, hey, just hang tight, bud. We're going to step out for a second. They step out, and they go, that guy's full of fucking shit. Yeah. That guy is a lying piece of shit. So they regroup, come up with like where they're going to take this investigation next. They go back into the interrogation room, and they show him the phone records they've collected. And they let him know that they have all of the text messages sent between him and Natalie, and that they have phone records showing his travel.
That
shit,
day. Yeah. He was dinging all over the place, huh?
Like, they're like, no.
Hey, you ding off cell towers.
You ding off cell towers. Yeah. So they're like,
you ding-a-ling?
You dinged here when you picked her up.
Yep.
You also dinged where you left her body.
Oh, he a ding-a-ling?
Yeah. So he then admits, okay, whoa, hey, whoa. You misheard me the first time. He says that he was there when Natalie got shot. But Natalie shot herself in the head.
Oh, and then he just took the gun.
So...
Or maybe he didn't. Maybe someone else came along afterwards and took the gun.
Or...
in his little story.
With the autopsy report in hand, they say, you want to try that again? You fucking lying liar. And that the trajectory of the bullet clearly shows that she could not have shot herself.
In the back of the head.
That it would be fucking impossible.
Yeah.
So he says, okay, shit.
This time I'm going to tell the truth.
I wish you guys would tell me what you know already, so I could quit looking like a fucking idiot.
Embarrassing. So
he says, okay, I did shoot her, but it was because she convinced me to.
Yeah, so basically she did it herself. Is what I meant. Metaphorically, she did it, or she shot herself.
She's a witch, I think.
If I
don't know.
It.
She put a spell on me. So he says that they got out of the car at the location of her choice, knelt down on the ground together, and said a prayer.
Aww.
Lopez says that he then stood
Prayers up,
stepped behind her, aimed the gun at the back of her head, closed his eyes, and squeezed the trigger on the 9mm pistol that she had supplied him.
So where did the heroin come from?
So that's still a little bit of a question mark. After he killed Natalie, he says that he took the gun and her purse, and then he went in for a shift at Domino's.
Oh, yeah.
He left the shift early, though.
He sounds like a good worker.
He then says, oh, yeah, the gun that I shot her with, that one, that's in the trunk of my car.
Oh!
The car that's out
Did you want it?
The car that's in your parking lot.
Did you want it?
So the police got to his car, and there it is.
Yep.
The 9mm really is right there in the trunk, along with her purse. He's put it underneath his spare tire.
Still, 30 days later.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, February...
He does sound like an experienced hitman.
It's, all through January.
Yeah, it's been at least 30 days just
December.
because it took him that long with the phone company. So 2 months, 3 months. He's just driving around.
December 28th to February 9th.
Just driving around with the fucking dead girl's purse and the gun in his trunk, delivering pizzas.
And then he just tells him, it's out there.
You should have. I didn't know you guys wanted it.
No, that would be a thing you guys would do.
Of course I got her purse and the gun on me. I'm not going to leave it at home.
What am I, a fucking idiot?
Yeah. I'm very hitman, okay?
So the detectives look into the Craig. This part is fucking wild. So detectives look into the Craigslist story, and the post that Lopez told them he responded to couldn't be found. However, after the trial and everything, it's later discovered that the post had been made, but deleted by Craigslist within 4 minutes of Natalie posting it. 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
That means she posted it. 2 minutes later, he responded to it, and 2 minutes after that, Craigslist's algorithm caught it and deleted it.
Yeah. So he just fucked.
But there was a 4-minute window where he just happened to be online at that time and saw it.
And honestly, it sounds like a cry for help. I don't think she's really looking for, but I don't know.
I mean, even if she is, don't be the guy that takes advantage of that.
Yeah.
So, but that's just insane to me that if
4 minutes
he would have just had to go piss first, he might have missed it.
It's never taken me for shit. If he had to go shit, I could go pee and
but
be back in 4 minutes.
He saw it 2 minutes after it had been posted.
Oh, yeah.
So he actually had a 2-minute window where he saw it. So if he would have just done anything else, he would have probably missed this post, and she may be alive.
I've deleted posts within 10, 15 minutes. Just myself.
Yeah, but
my algorithm caught it and be like, maybe let's back that one off, and I'll go delete it.
Craigslist does actually not support that kind of shit. It
makes me think a lot of the one we did, the meet cute.
Yeah.
Where the guy posted about...
he was looking to eat somebody.
Yeah, and the other guy was posting about wanting to be eaten.
Yeah.
Eaten?
Eaten.
I am smart. I'm word smart.
Smart.
Yeah. Skirt.
So, according to the phone records, Lopez was at the site of...
Eaten? What the fuck?
According to the police records, or phone records, Lopez was at the site of Natalie's murder for a total of 8 minutes. So... whatever happened took 8 minutes.
8 fucking minutes.
So Joseph Michael Lopez pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to 48 years in prison.
He just pleaded guilty,
he was offered a plea deal.
Yeah.
So Natalie's father spoke to local media. He was not pleased with the prosecution's decision to enter into a plea agreement. He said, "There's no justice in this. And for Adams County to have enough evidence to convict him and then make him an offer is a spit in my family's face."
Yeah.
After the sentencing, he spoke directly to Lopez. He said, "You took advantage of my daughter. She was vulnerable and drugged, brutally shot, and killed my baby. I asked for an eye. You have been protected. The Bollinger family had no say in this. This is a deal with the devil." Lopez reportedly kept journals or made a lot of social media posts or whatever, both expressing his desire to kill someone. Like, this was a thing that he wanted to do.
How old was this guy, did you say?
22.
22. Okay, yeah. You did I'm sorry.
Everyone who knew him, of course, couldn't believe that he was capable of this. He had a kid, and while he did seem a bit odd, he appeared to be a pretty normal guy. Somebody that worked with him at Domino's said something about how, they worked with him after he killed her. He was coming in and, just the normal, he was his normal self.
That's fucking crazy.
Would have never imagined.
Yeah.
And she was saying, it makes her sick to know that here she was joking, laughing with this guy, and he had murdered this girl.
I get the dark humor and stuff like that, but just to post about wanting to kill somebody and
it was a fantasy he had.
Yeah, that's
so. It seems like he saw an opportunity to live out that fantasy, and he took it.
Yeah.
And I can't blame Natalie's family for wanting a harsher sentence. I get that. I totally understand. You would want him to rot in prison for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think 48 years is pretty good, though.
So he's 22. He's going to be 70.
Hopefully he does all 48 years.
Yeah.
Hopefully something happens to him in jail.
I do think...
I mean, Natalie's 19 years old. That's still a young lady. That's a teenager. That's...
Honestly, if he hadn't have taken a plea deal, like, I think the plea deal, whether it's something that her family would want to hear or would be able to really wrap their heads around, I do think that's probably got him a longer sentence than going to trial would have.
It sounds like maybe the text messages probably support that she did want to die.
I say a jury could have easily viewed it as an assisted suicide.
Yeah.
And while that's still illegal, they could have had more empathy for him or like whatever.
Manslaughter or something else. I mean, there's no winners. There's not.
And the heroin, I don't know. Like, did she take it, like, you know, when he was getting, like, she knows he's on his way to get her.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, I'm here. Boom. Shoots up because she doesn't want to.
She does it right as soon as they get there. And then it takes 5 minutes, to get that kind of shit out, cooked up, injected.
None of the, if that's what it is, like, he disposed of that.
Yeah.
Because they didn't find.
So they had her purse, so I wonder if they found
maybe
that
it was in her purse.
Yeah. I would like to know a little more, like, constant. I would like to see the text message. I would like to know what was in the purse,
But, really fucking sad case. It's a young girl that just felt hopeless. Didn't have it in her to keep going. An innocent guy who could be sitting in prison right now because that Sean guy.
He's a dumbass.
He does. But it sounds like he does have a mental illness.
Yeah.
Looking at him and hearing and seeing his posts, it's evil. It's easy to label him a monster.
I did earlier in the episode. I was pretty convinced he did it.
If the court of public opinion gets to jail people like that, Sean could be in prison right now for killing a person he didn't kill.
Yeah.
If police didn't do, like, this is a case where police did their due diligence.
Man,
we've covered a lot of cases,
making them wait 30 fucking days for that shit.
Just to be assholes.
Just to be fucking petty assholes.
I get there's privacy and security. But fuck you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's just rarely do we have a story where the police don't look like incompetent assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times we get it to where they fumble evidence.
Yeah.
With these guys,
That's why I was saying, God, I hope someone's looking at evidence here and not just this, like, obviously the dude that's, waving the flags and the crazy flags and everything else.
Yeah, so, I don't know. That's, shitty story. Nobody comes out.
No.
Like, the police get big thumbs up to Broomfield Police Department in Adams County. Adams County.
Hopefully he does at least the 48 years.
Yeah. But that is the story of the tragic murder of Natalie Bollinger. Did not see I had the same reaction. Like, I'm reading and I'm like, oh yeah, this fucking Sean guy.
Yeah.
Like, clearly seems like he did it. And then it's out of nowhere, like, who the fuck is this? Michael who? So, that's just a crazy thing to, like, he could have, through all those texts, like, him trying to say that he just went to get her because he wanted to help. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, and that's where I have no sympathy for this dude whatsoever, because...
We lied all the times, and every time it was just him trying to tell a little more truth with a little more, just
keeping himself looking as innocent as possible.
Yeah.
So, I am glad he's going to be in for 48 years. Like you said, maybe something will happen to him.
Yeah. I don't see him coming out being better if he's got, like, pinching to kill people and wanting to do it. I mean,
it sucks that he has a kid, though.
Yeah.
Like, so be careful what you post. If you see somebody posting, like, don't be the guy that fucking assists in the person's.
Yeah.
Like, talk to them.
Yeah.
Help them. Like, just
notify somebody.
Notify. Just
help.
Be a good person.
Yeah.
If you do, you're out there and you need help, ask for it.
Uh-huh.
Like, maybe there's going to be 5 people that you ask that are assholes about it. There's going to be somebody that's going to help you.
Someone's going to care.
So, we care about you. We like people.
Keep fighting. Say less.
Say less.
If you say a lot of dumb shit, say less dumb shit.
But, so I don't think you got to feel good, so I think we're going to probably end on a feel bad.
Yep. I'm going to go do comedy!
Joel's going to use the sadness to draw strength from for comedy. If...
I'm going to listen to Pretty Girls Walk about 100 times between now and then.
Yeah.
Just to try to, this is a fucked up case.
Yeah. So...
Cool.
Enjoy that one, guys. But yeah, so thanks for listening. Leave us, do all the things. The following.
Reviews, stars, comments, words.
And, what is it? Hashtag 1428 gang gang?
Maybe.
Whatever that guy's hashtag was. Gang gang.
Yeah, but
GBX.
Also GBX.
Hashtag GBX.
Yeah.
Good boys extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire.
Are out.
Bye.